Hi, this is Yvonne Galusha, and the purpose of this little video is to demonstrate how you can export your code in a VBA module as well as import it into a new file, and secondly, how to password protect your code. So let's get started. This is the same file that we were using in prior videos, so let's say we want to save this code. It's not very difficult. You'll notice I'm in the VBA editor here. So I do File, Export, and I'm going to do it on the desktop. And notice, let me get in the right place. What we want to do is select the module first. Good thing I probably made that mistake, so you don't make it. You have to have the module selected, so you're designating what you are exporting. So again, File, Export, and notice it can either be a BAIS file, which stands for basic, or we could say all files and save it by adding the .txt extension. Now, they actually behave the same in that they are both simple ASCII files that can be read by a text editor like Notepad. So I think it's just as easy to leave them as .bas files, so that's what we will do. Save. Now if we come back and close this file, and now we open a brand new file in Excel, new, blank file, and if we come over to the Visual Basic editor, we can see there is no, this is the file we just opened. It's just book 3 because it happens to be the third time I've opened a new file since I've had Excel open this time. There is no module area right now. So now if we come under File, Import, and we're on the desktop here and we select that .bas file that we just exported, we say Open. You can see that within this book 3, because I haven't named the file yet, I now have that naming module. So that's not very difficult, and that can be very handy if you are developing a set of different macros that you use in various Excel files. Okay, moving on to the second thing. To password protect, so that anyone who opens this Excel file, even if they know how to come to the VBA editor, they won't be able to see your code. That is done, again, selecting the module, by coming up here under Tools, and then VBA Project Properties. And then, as far as protection, we want to come under that little protection area, and you say Lock It, and then you give it a password. So you say OK. Now if we come back, and we need to save that because that was a change that was made. So I'm just going to again save it on the desktop, and we'll call this a temp. It's just a little example file. Oh, yes, sorry. This is a nice little reminder. I was saving it as a workbook. Remember, we have to save it as a XLSM. Otherwise, we would lose our macro code. So say no, and then change it to macro enabled. Good thing I did that as a reminder for that point. Now say save, and this little file is saved. So I'm going to close it and reopen it so you can see the behavior I'm talking about as far as protection. So I'm reopening that file we just saved. This is normal because we had said we wanted to be warned. You might remember that from a prior video. So I say yes, go ahead and enable. Now we come over to the VBA code, and you can see it's not going to let us get to information in that temp project until we enter the password. And if I enter something incorrectly, see it says just invalid password. So it's important to remember the passwords on your code. But you see, once I did enter the correct password, now we do have access to the macro code. I hope you found this to be helpful, and look for more from me later. Thank you.